Hello everyone. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Um, what's today? Today's Wednesday. Hot as shit outside. I'm not gonna do a long live stream. It's not gonna be too long. Probably maybe stream for like an hour or so. But I really want to talk about what's happening in the past couple of days in terms of censorship going on with the internet, with payment processors, and this whole quote unquote problem with Sydney Sweeney. And I wanted to talk about it because it's actually hilarious to me. So, first thing I want to talk about is the Sydney Sweeney stuff. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna play the commercial in a minute. But American Eagle, they partnered up with Sydney Sweeney, very attractive woman, to create a commercial, to create an ad to sell their products. And ever since this happened, their revenue, American Eagle, has gone up. They're making money. I heard that the jeans that Sydney Sweeney was showcasing in the commercial, I believe they sold out in certain stores. So really good for them. They're getting back on track. But apparently, people find it an issue with what she is doing. And that is what I find really confusing about this. So I want to play the ad so you guys can see why people are quote unquote upset about it, and then we can talk about it because again, this is the dumbest. This is arguably one of the dumbest things I ever seen people upset about. Where's that ad? Hold on one second. But it's the dumbest thing I ever seen people upset about. Like, it's insane to me. Like, and another thing too, it just really shows that. It really just shows like who are the true feminists. Like, see, look, like Sydney Sue's American Eagle ad sparks controversy. Like, what is so controversial about about this ad? Like, I want to play this ad so you guys can see it. Where's the original one? I'm trying to look for the original one. Give me 1 second, cause it's just the dumbest thing that people are upset about it. Like, it's really stupid to me why people are so upset about it. Like, she didn't say anything controversial whatsoever in this, like in the ad. Can't tell this is it. Let me play this one.
I'm not here to I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn.
What do I mean?
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has her jeans.
You see what I did there, right?
So, this is not the original one, but again, I don't see anything wrong with that ad for what she said. But hold on, I really wanna look for that ad because it just amazes me how people are so upset about what she's doing. Like, it's just the dumbest thing ever. Don't tell me they took it off of YouTube because it's quote unquote too controversial. If they did, that is the dumbest thing they could have done. Okay, it looks like I gotta look for this on Twitter because it's not, because the original post isn't showing on Twitter for some reason. I mean on YouTube for some reason. So let me search for it on Twitter. Sydney Sweeney. So even if you type her name like on here, it's just like people are like incredibly upset over it, and it's just insane. Like, Sydney Sweeney is a beautiful woman. Like, I'm so confused. There's a lot of people complaining about what she said, and I'm gonna bring up a very important point. Um, okay, I think this is it right here.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Cindy Sweeney has very genes.
So that's the ad. That's the ad. And apparently, a lot of people are calling this like, oh, quote unquote, fascist behavior. Some people are calling her like Nazi, all this stuff. Like, it's incredible how upset people are because of this. And I want to play some of the stuff that people have been, how people responded to this. So,
Eagle.
Oh!
so I want you. I think I'm not sure if this is like real or not. I feel like I feel like this is like a parody of how people are feeling right now. But listen to this. I don't know if this is like if she's serious or if she's just like joking around. But let's listen to this real quick.
Hey, you want to go to American Eagle?
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
So yeah, I actually want to play that again so you guys can hear what she said.
Hey, you want to go to American Eagle?
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
So I don't know if she, because you know that's the Sydney Sweeney stuff. So I don't know if this is a parody or if she's like if they're actually being serious. But so apparently the whole issue about the whole Sydney Sweeney stuff is because you know she said she has you know great genes, which for those of you who don't know science and biology, your genes are passed down from your parents. That is what she's referring to. But I guess because you know she's wearing jeans, it was pretty clever wordplay. But apparently, people are just taking this to a whole new level, saying that this is fascist behavior. This is racist, and it's just like this is a fucking beautiful woman wearing jeans and just advertising it. Like, what is wrong with this? There's nothing wrong with this. But apparently, it's majority of people who have an issue. This are women, and they're just reaching. Like they're like, let's listen to some of these people talking about this. Let's start with this one. This stupid
American Eagle
this
is making
this insane dumb person back down here. So let's start with this one. Obviously they got the flag right here in the background. You know, the flag with every new year they add a new color and a new meaning to the whatever the L whatever the fuck they want to call it now. So let's play this one.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda. Should we be surprised?
So this is the thing this is the thing I don't understand about some of these people, especially these leftists, because you can tell there's a leftist right here. Every time when they don't agree with someone on certain ideals, they have to like call them like, oh, you're a Nazi, you're a homophobe. Like they have to call them all these things just because that when they know that they're reaching and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, they have to call them these things just so they can like validate their point of view. That way you can denounce and say, no, I don't have those type of ideals, and then they want you to bend the knee to them, and it's just like no one gives like, bro, they've been using this ever since the 2020s, like ever since the 2020s began, and it's just like people are tired of this shit. Like, dude, this is a white woman, this is a beautiful white woman advertising jeans, talking about she has good genes. Like, again, do you not know how biology works? But then again, this chick got the the flag in the background, so apparently she doesn't believe in modern biology. So actually, that actually makes sense. But still, it just amazes me how it's these type of people that are getting upset about shit like this. And again, most of it's mostly women. Oh, this is another stupid one right here. This one got me so upset. This is really stupid. This is really dumb. Like, she's really fucking crying right now, guys. Let's play this. Well, put the volume up a little bit. Let's play this.
Yep, that got me too. And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so blatant. I keep thinking that people just are not gonna believe us until we're hung out there, but then even then I feel like they'll be like, oh no. Kind of like they are with.
Why the fuck is she crying? Like, I'm gonna play this ad again after this because I'm just so confused. Why? It's mind you, it's majority women that are upset about this. It's majority women that are upset about this. These quote unquote feminists. I swear, feminists don't like beautiful women. I truly believe feminists don't like beautiful women. They don't want women to be beautiful and sexy. They don't want women to be like that. Like, how you are a quote unquote feminist, but you don't want women to act like women. And then you got weirdos like this thinking that this is like a race thing. Like, how the fuck is this a race thing? Like, I'm so confused. Like, these type of people really just take shit to their heads, like, to an extreme level.
I see the same perpetual self-imposed victimhood. You know, I did a post about saying, hey, like, these are the action steps that we really need to see from the good whites. Where I said, I need protection. Put my cash out. And she goes, well, would you just rather white women just not follow you at all anymore because and I'm like, yeah, definitely unfollow me. If you thought you being here and clicking a follow button was doing me a favor, same as that one guy, whatever his name was, descendant of the immediately now, because honey boo boo, not this person, I'm doing you a favor by showing up and calling you out. Yeah, that got me too.
And this is why you hear that phrase going out in the internet called black fatigue. This is a perfect example of it. Because again, one, I still have no idea why the fuck she's crying. Two, I just don't understand why certain black people have like this issue with what is quote unquote white people. Like, I just don't get it. It's really stupid to me. Like, they're like, most of them don't even like pay attention to you, and you just have an issue. Like, and again, I don't know who this chick is, but she's a fucking clown, fucking moron. If you want to ask your white followers to unfollow you, then do that. I just hope, like, and these people that say shit like this, like, you gotta understand, black people are the minority in this country. We're like 13% in this country, and I think white people are like, what, 50-60% of this country. Like, if you have a huge following, I'm just gonna be honest, majority of those of your followers are gonna be white people. I'm just gonna be honest. But yeah, I mean, hey, I just don't understand why this is such an issue to some of these females. I'm gonna play this again. I'm gonna play this ad again, and I'm gonna return to this because again, this is just, it's absolutely mind-boggling to me how people find this an issue. Like, I want to play it again, and I want you guys to tell me if there's anything she's saying that is quote unquote harmful.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Cindy Sweeney, Asbury Keene.
Again, what is wrong with what she's saying? What she said was really just a biological fact. So I want to play that again.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Cindy Sweeney, Asbury Keene.
Nothing wrong with what she said. She literally just stated a biological fact with clever wordplay. And then look at this right here. Cindy Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled, controversial shift towards whiteness. My God. And then I'm actually gonna go back to. Let me go back to. I want to show you guys something. So let's look at this post right here. This is a perfect example right here. So it's okay for Beyonce to show off her blonde hair and blue jeans in a Levi ad, but Sydney Sweeney does it, and the left has a meltdown. Yeah, it's insane to me. Like Beyonce literally does the same thing, but apparently when a white woman does it, it's a problem. Help me understand why this makes sense. It's okay for Beyonce to do it, but when a white woman does it, it's a problem. This is fucking retarded. Stupid behavior. I also want to go through some other comments. Oh yeah, there's another idiot that commented about this.
It is so difficult to grow up. I really wasn't going to weigh in on this, but here we go. It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture. Take my name if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric.
What the fuck did she just say in the beginning? Hold on. Hold on.
Any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture. Take my name if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having... So
the problem with these fucking weirdos that are talking about this, they're not speaking for all women. They're talking about them personally. That's the issue. But in reality, they're just jealous because she's hot. That's literally what it is. They're jealous because she's hot. But they're diverting it and using it as like a core issue that they're placing like some sort of like race thing on it or something with women all in general, and it's just like it's really stupid. Like, contributing to the male gaze, things like that. That's literally what they're doing. Like, she's hot. Why are you upset because she's hot? Like, this is what modern can't even speak right now. Feminists are. Modern feminists, they don't want women to be beautiful. That's literally what it is. They want women to be fat or ugly. That's literally what it is. They don't want women to be slim, sleek, and sexy. That's why they're going after things like gaming and certain modern entertainment so hard, because they don't want women to be beautiful. Like Sydney Sweeney is a beautiful woman. She's hot, and she's not even bad herself. So I'm so confused. Why these leftists are so upset about this? Let's continue this.
To explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric right now online about the political ideologies that this represents, and I don't discount that, but...
Nothing about this ad whatsoever is political. There is nothing in this ad that is political. People who are saying that, they're just trying to push this narrative.
For me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all of her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world that continues...
Okay. People who say shit like this, like for example saying that it's hard as a black person to like make it up, to like get up in life. I'm just being honest right now. Nobody has this type of mindset. These are people who have never accomplished shit in life, who place this ideology on young and up-and-coming people. That's literally what it is. They place this ideology on them, thinking that the system is against them, thinking that, oh, you can't be like these white superior people, something like that. Like, it's an ideology that they've been trying to push on minorities for a very long time. And that is the reason why they failed. These minorities fail at life is because of these rhetorics. Like Morgan Freeman said, if you put your mind to something and do it, you will achieve it. Like, you're not going to be guaranteed success right away, but if you go at it, understand your mistakes, review what you've done, and just, do your research, practice that way. The execution is flawless. You will be successful. Like, again, race has nothing to do with this. Race, political parties, this has nothing to do with this. This is a fucking ad for American Eagle. American Eagle is one of the oldest jean companies in America, from as long as I remember. American Eagle, Levi's, can't think of anything else. But again, it's always these and the thing I don't understand too, most of these people that push this shit on minorities are people who are well off in life. That's one thing I don't understand. Like, these people that push this shit are rich. They're making decent money, and yet they try to push this shit onto minorities. And I'm so confused why they do that. Like, you're making 7 figures. How the fuck are you still considered suppressed? And that's why we have this thing called black fatigue, because people are tired of this stupid victim mentality.
Is to value white, Eurocentric beauty standards, which I naively thought by this point we would have moved the needle on, and this girl is now wishing she too could wake up with blonde hair and blue eyes. It took me so long, too long, in my life to look in the mirror and see beauty, and I hate that continues to be a shared experience for young brown girls in this country.
Who the fuck is this chick? Man, women like this, man, whoever marries women like this, my God, I feel sorry for those guys, man. Seriously, man. Marrying a chick like this with this mentality is like the most dangerous thing you could do, man. Holy shit. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, and here's another fucking weirdo right here. Listen to this.
The Sydney Sweeney Aryan Eagle ad is not only xenophobic.
She called it Aryan Eagle. Doesn't want to say American Eagle. Wow. Like, listen to that. She said Aryan Eagle. She didn't even say American Eagle. Listen.
The Sydney Sweeney Aryan Eagle ad is...
She doesn't even want to say Aryan. Like, I don't get why so many of these people, if you don't like America, leave. Like, leave. I'm so confused.
Not only xenophobic and racist, it's also scientifically inaccurate.
How the fuck is it xenophobic? What the fuck is xenophobic? What the fuck are you talking about? She's the same race as you. You guys are the same. You guys look the same. You look like an older version of her, if I'm being honest. Yeah, both of you guys have blonde hair and blue eyes. How are you offended by this? How are you offended by this? Like, look at this. Like, look at them. She looks like an older version of Sydney Sweeney. Why are you offended by this? I'm so confused. The Sydney Sweeney's not that, she's still pretty young. I think she's like 27. She looks like, what, maybe like late 30s, early 40s? Like, you look like an older version of her. You guys are the same hair color, same skin color, same eyes. How are you offended by this?
It says genes often determine hair color and eye color. I'm sorry, often? That's literally what they do. If they're not determining hair color and eye color, what is? It's giving red pill podcast bro with no marketing experience clearly running their ad department.
What the fuck is she? What the fuck is she talking about? Bro, their stocks have gone up ever since this ad came out. The jeans that she's marketing have sold out in certain stores. Their revenue has gone up. Have you seen what American Eagle has been marketing in the past ever since the 2020s? They've been marketing. I remember that one ad with that fat chick. Like, dude, who are you selling jeans to? When you're using people like that for your marketing? And she's trying to say, oh, they don't market us, know what they're doing. It was a brilliant idea. It was a brilliant idea.
And I just hate when companies make content trying to use medical or scientific terms and then completely fuck it up. Like, it's not that hard to Google what genes do, how DNA works. Do genes often determine our traits, or do they
She literally explained that in the beginning of the fucking ad. What you just described is what she described in the beginning of the ad. What the fuck are you talking about? Both of you guys are the same race, but you hate it. Why? You guys literally look the same, except you look like maybe like 10 years older. Like, why are you so upset? Shouldn't you be happy about this? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. This is the type of she's the type of white person that thinks black minorities don't know how to use computers. I don't know if you guys remember that from I forgot who said that, but she has that same logical mindset of how we gotta save all black minorities in this country. Like, that's the type of person she is. Because I'm just so confused why you're upset at this. You two literally look the same. If anything, you could be like her mom. Or like her aunt or something. Why are you upset at this?
always determine our traits?
I'm judging by the clothes. I guess she works in the medical profession, but yeah, this is insane to me. And like I said before, the fact that Beyonce could do it, but Sweeney, it's a problem. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So here are some of the people who kind of agree with me in terms of like what's going on. I think he agreed with me with what I'm saying. Let me put it.
Yo, liberal women aren't mad at Sydney Sweeney for setting women back. Liberal women are mad at Sydney Sweeney because she's young, hot, white, and blonde.
Exactly. That's literally why they're upset.
Because if they were really concerned about what setting women back in this country actually means, they would have been mad when Dylan Mulvaney was given a brand deal from a tampon company, despite not...
Mind you, hold on, listen to that again.
Mulvaney was given a brand deal from a tampon actually means, they would have been mad when Dylan Mulvaney was given a brand deal from a tampon company, despite not even having a vagina.
So yes, that is true. Dylan Mulvaney, for those of you who don't know, it's a he, it's not a she, it's a guy. He did like an ad for like Bud Light, which fucking ruined their stocks back in this was back in 2022, 2023. Ruined their stocks. And then I guess they gave him like some sort of tampon deal, which is fucking, I forgot what company gave him like a tampon deal, but it is insane to me that you're giving a biological guy, a tampon deal. Like, make it make sense, people. Please make it make sense.
Like, where the hell did he even put it?
Where the hell did he put it? He's probably using it for like nosebleeds or something.
Actually, I don't even know the answer to that, because some of y'all might send me a diagram and ruin my day, but I just had to clock it.
Like, it's just insane to me. Like, why are people upset at this? Like, bro, like, what is wrong with this? Like, someone please tell me what is wrong with this. What exactly is wrong with this? This is not even like a sexual ad. This is very mild. This is like your average ad you would see like in the 2000s, the early 2010s. This is very, very mild. This is not anything crazy. But again, Beyonce could do it because she's black. But apparently when a white woman does it, it's a problem. It's so insane to me. Like, it's truly, truly insane. I want to look at some other things too. I think I like most of them. There's a post from Endymion. Notice how Beyonce bleaches her skin and wears blonde wigs, but Sydney Sweeney is where they draw the line. Perfect. Perfect post. Like, again, Beyonce did this for Levi's. I forgot when she did this. But apparently, this is fine. Because she's black. and she's Beyonce. Like, it's just insane to me. Absolutely insane. Oh, and here's the video we watched earlier. So Jay Concept commented on this. You will never be able to treat a woman as bad as women will treat a woman. I swear women are their own biggest haters. Yes. Yes, they are. And Sydney Sweeney is exposing their fake feminist bullshit right in front of us. It is true. Yeah. It's 100% true. Because, again, it's insane to me that they find this an issue. Like, I want to play this again so you guys can...
Spring. Often.
I want to play this video again.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney, Asperger King.
There's nothing wrong with this fucking ad. Like, why are women so butthurt? Why are these leftist women so butthurt about this? Like, I swear, they're upset because she's attractive. That's literally what it is. If it was like a fat chick, they would have praised this. They would have called this stunning and bold. Or if it was a fucking transformer, they would have called it stunning and bold and brave. But apparently they draw the line at Sydney Sweeney. Oh yeah, here's another one she did. Oh, is there no volume? Oh yeah, there is.
Sydney Sweeney, Asperger Kings.
Like, it's a very mild commercial. And they're treating this like it's freaking, like some OnlyFans shit. Like, it's very mild. It's very mild. It's nothing even crazy. Like, and then you have retards like this talking about it. So apparently being a blonde with blue eyes is problematic in our society. Absolutely insane, man. Absolutely insane. But, yeah, I want to know what you guys think about this. Because I personally do not see an issue with this. It's just a regular, normal commercial for American Eagle. And again, ever since this ad release, American Eagle, their revenue has gone up. Like, I'm just so confused why they are so upset. Like, bro, it's a beautiful woman advertising jeans. Why are you guys so butthurt? And that's why I like what Jay says, like women are their own biggest haters. And it's just insane to me. Like, I actually want to look up their old, like the old American Eagle ads, like from the early 2020s. I actually want to search that up because I want you guys to see this. Like, I really want you guys to see it. Oh, I forgot about that Calvin Klein one. Oh, okay. All right. There's a lot. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm actually looking at. Hold on. I'm looking at it on my phone right now. Hold on. I'm gonna show it on the screen in a second so you guys can see this. Because I want you guys to see this because this is just absolutely insane to me on how people are feeling about this. Okay. Let me, I'm gonna have to refresh my page. Okay, no, it's right here. So let's start. Oh yeah, they did I think this is like a average. This was funny. This shit was funny. This shit was funny. But let's scroll down. Where does it start? All right. So this is a good example right here. So this is Calvin Klein in 2023. Yes, it is. It's over right now. Like, this is their models for Calvin Klein. I wonder how the sales went for this. when they did this. I wonder how the sales went. But no bullshit. Let me get this off the screen. This is fucking weird. Yeah, that was Calvin Klein in 2023. All right, here's another one. So Nike had a man model sports bra and women's legging, and American Eagle had a beautiful female actress model in women's jeans. And liberals are foaming out the mouth over women in women's clothes. Make it make sense. This is a guy sporting women's wear, and this is a female sporting women's wear. Make it make sense. They think this is okay. Apparently this is okay, but this is not okay. Apparently this is objectively correct right here. This is like correct. This is stunning. This is brave. This is fighting the patriarchy right here. This right here, this is Nazism. This is fascism. This is racist right here, apparently. Because apparently a woman in women's clothing is objectively incorrect for some reason. These are the same weirdos that got upset because they didn't cast a guy to play Zelda in the upcoming Zelda movie. These are the same weirdos online. And the same Dylan Vollman, yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier. This is the guy right here who did the advertisement for Bud Light. Ever since he did this, their sales, their stocks have plummeted, man. I don't know, this was back in like 2022, 2023. I don't know if they were able to like get back since then, but my God. That was one of the dumbest decisions they ever made. Jesus Christ. And then, oh yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. So, yeah, breaking news. American Eagle has sold out of their good jeans. Once again, the woke left's outlash attacks have backfired. Exactly. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. The jeans are sold out. I wonder why they sold out. Maybe it's because you have a beautiful, attractive woman marketing your products. Maybe that's why. Gee, I don't know. I didn't know that was a selling point. I didn't know that people like beautiful things. I thought ugly things were a thing. Wow, I did not know that. Why do you think games like Stellar Blade sell? Why do you think people are playing Wu Chang Fallen Feathers right now? Which by the way, I'm playing Wu Chang right now. I beat Stellar Blade, now I'm playing Wu Chang, having fun with that game. I'm still stuck on the fucking first boss. I'm playing on Game Pass right now, but having a lot of fun with that game. Apparently, people think it's not good because Wu Chang is too sexy, which I don't even think she's. And compared to her and Eve from Stellar Blade, I don't think she's as attractive as Eve, but still a beautiful character. But apparently, it's a problem that she's that beautiful, and it's a problem that you can wear certain outfits in that game. But yeah, these people are truly insane. These people are truly insane. Man, this Trump one is fucking hilarious, man. This shit is fucking hilarious. Whoever did this is a fucking clown, man. This shit is funny, bro. But this is what American Eagle. So this is what American Eagle ads used to look like during the 2020s, man. This is what it was in 2020, and this is what it is right now on the right of your screen. So they had a fat chick, a fat black. I don't have a problem that she's black. I don't have a problem with it. The issue is that she's fat, and I'm just gonna be honest here. When you're using fat people especially when you're using fat people to market clothing, it gives off a bad message in my opinion. Because in my opinion, I feel like you're promoting obesity, all this body positivity bullshit, and plus I'm just gonna be honest, like guys are not gonna find this attractive. The average guy is not gonna find this attractive. I'm just being completely honest. When you look at Sydney Sweeney compared to this shit, what do you think is gonna bring in more of a crowd? And this has nothing to do with race. This has to do with their physique. I'm just talking purely physique. What do you think is going to bring in more people? Like, I'm black, and even I find Sydney Sweeney better in this than this. Like, this Trump shit's hilarious. Like, seriously, it's an easy answer. It's easy. No argument whatsoever. But yeah, these leftist weirdos are fucking morons. They are morons and they are idiots. And I really hope we continue to end this wokeness, bro, because this shit is really getting tiring. Like, look at this shit, bro. Like, I cannot believe this was a Calvin Klein ad. I cannot believe that. Holy shit. I cannot believe this was a Calvin Klein ad. Is Calvin Klein American made? I could have sworn it was like foreign. I never knew. I don't know if it's like, I think is Calvin Klein American made? Where is it on? I actually want to search that up. Where's Calvin Klein originally from? Calvin Klein. Oh, so it is American. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, look at this, man. How do you intend to sell your products when this is like, you're doing this for marketing? Why is the guy wearing a sports bra? And don't try to tell me this ain't a guy. This is... Yeesh. My God. But, yeah. People want this. This is what people want. People want beautiful and attractive things. We don't like ugly things. No one likes ugly things. I'm just being honest. Like, no one likes ugly things. But, yeah. If you want to get some jeans, go to American Eagle. I haven't worn jeans in a minute. I usually wear shorts or sweatpants. But yeah, I'm really happy for American Eagle for doing this. They're getting back on track. They're trying to end this woke bullshit. Trying to get back to their values of what their customer wants and what the people want. Because that's what's important. Because at the end of the day, you're running a business, and if you want to make money, you gotta give the customers what they want. Plain and simple. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that. And before we move on to the next subject, I do want to show off like this next piece that I'm working on. Because of this whole Sydney Sweeney stuff, I was inspired to work on to redraw a character who happens to be blonde with blue eyes, similar to Sydney Sweeney. So I'm doing a redraw of Yushio from Summertime Render. Here it is right here. Drawing's done. Probably gonna go over it again, like over the rock. Add some more details on the stone right here. But yeah, there's another piece that I'm working on, another redraw. Working on another video series that I'm still planning to upload soon. Just doing some redraws of some of my old artwork. Trying to refine them with better line work, better coloring, shading. Really liked how this one came out. As you guys can see, Yushio has great genes, even though she's not wearing jeans. But she has great genetics. So, but yeah. Go watch Summertime Rendering. Also, if you have Hulu, go watch it. Really good mystery show. Really good horror, mystery, psychological thriller. Best way I can describe it is it's kind of like Erased. And a little bit of Figurashi in a way. But yeah. The next topic I want to talk about is something that's pretty big that's happening online in terms of gaming and censorship, and that is what's happening with payment processors. So I actually want to, which video I want to look at first. So I actually want to look at let's look at Vara Dark's video really quick.
Over the past few weeks, we've been talking a lot about censorship in the video game industry, and it doesn't look like that is unfortunately going to stop anytime soon, but Visa and MasterCard are apparently getting overwhelmed by furious gamers contacting their customer service lines and taking up their representatives' time throughout.
And that is good. Because for those of you who don't know, Visa and MasterCard, I don't know how the fuck they have so much power. So apparently, Steam had to get rid of a bunch of mature games on their platform, adult-oriented games. Same thing with itch.io. I'm not too familiar with itch.io, but apparently they got rid of their games because the group called Collective Shout, this feminist group in fucking Australia, yes, people in fucking Australia, they reached out to Visa and MasterCard. I believe it was Visa and MasterCard they reached out to, and they are basically forcing not just Steam but other platforms as well, like some platforms in Japan that was reported earlier during the year too, to remove certain content because it was deemed quote unquote inappropriate for their platforms, and they removed those games on Steam, and Collective Shout, they were praising it online, saying it was considered a big win for them. But at the same time, it was just so random and so fucking confusing to me because it's just like, how the fuck does Visa and MasterCard have this much power? And another thing that gets me upset about this Collective Shout shit is that I'm not upset that there's a group of feminists who rally together to do shit like this. Because there's always going to be a group that does weird shit like this. My issue is that these companies like Valve, who do Steam, they are actually bending the knee and following protocol. That is the problem. And I feel like when you do it once, it won't stop there. They'll continue. But let's continue this video.
Their workday, and now Visa is actually responding, saying that they do not moderate content sold by merchants, which is a complete and utter lie.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because we saw what happened in Japan with that website. There was a series called Love Hina. I believe the author series was on that platform. I forgot the name of the platform, but I think that site had to shut down because of it, because of there was a lot of adult oriented content on there, and Visa and MasterCard, they wouldn't allow you to use your credit card to buy products because they say, hey, we're not going to let you buy this because this is inappropriate. That's basically what it is. Like, it amazes me that they won't let you use your card. Like, mind you, this is literally about gaming, anime, and manga. They won't let you use your card to buy fictional products, but they'll let you use your card to buy shit on OnlyFans. That is what's crazy about this whole situation. But let's continue.
I have a few different things to show off before I get into the topic. If you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the answer. Users across the world, just on the internet in general, but the video game industry is being hit extremely hard right now, though we had just found out that apparently Visa and MasterCard are getting overwhelmed by gamer fury over censorship. I did another video on it. It will be linked down.
And that's what the fuck they get. And I actually want gamers to keep doing this. Like, we actually need to keep doing this because the more we do this, I don't know if things will get reversed, but we have to keep doing this because this is an issue. This is a problem that has to get fixed. And Chibi Reviews, I'm gonna play a video from him in a minute, but he made a parallel to this on what's happening. There's an anime that actually did something similar to this, like an actual anime series. It's called Shimoneta. We're literally heading into that society. Like, in that society, Shimoneta, they outlawed anything that was deemed inappropriate. And we're literally heading into that era. Because I don't know if you know what happened in the UK, but in the UK they literally censored the internet. And they used they're basically using, we have to protect children. That's literally what they're using for their reasoning for doing that. But literally in Google, for what I've seen in the UK, if you try to Google something, everything's on safe mode. So you can't. So there's certain things you won't be able to Google. But yeah, let's keep watching.
Below, but to quickly summarize, it says on social media sites like Reddit and Blue Sky, people are urging one another to get into contact with Visa and MasterCard through emails and phone calls. Visa and MasterCard have become the targets of interest because the affected storefronts both say that their decisions around adult games were motivated by the danger of losing the ability to use major payment processors while selling games. These payment processors have their own rules regarding...
Yeah, and that's why they had to remove... That's why Steam had to remove those games, because if they didn't, then Visa and MasterCard wouldn't allow them to use them to like sell games and stuff. And you gotta remember, most, like all of you that have like a debit or credit card, it's either a Visa or a MasterCard, and that's really like the norm in not just in America but worldwide. And without that, especially if you own a business, like if they won't allow you to like use Visa and MasterCard, how will you be able to sell your products, especially if you're selling online? Because most businesses, most of their products are being sold online, or most people are paying using their card. So that's why they have to bend the knee, but at the same time it's just a stupid reason for why they have to bend the knee to them, because one, I'm still upset that they have this huge monopoly on payment processors. They can control certain platforms. And two, you gotta remember, we're talking about fictional products for entertainment. And they're treating this like it's real people.
Usage, but they are vaguely defined, and unfortunately over the past few years I even have talked a lot on this channel about how certain platforms like Steam have forced censorship upon developers, how they have not really allowed complete freedom on their platform. So I don't fully trust Valve and itch.io either, but at this point in time, yes, it does seem that the majority of the blame does need to be levied towards these credit cards, banks, payment processors. And in a now deleted post on the Steam subreddit with over 17,000 upvotes, commenters say that customer service representatives for both payment processors seem to already be aware of the problem, and there are so many threads being posted now saying that they've gotten responses from Visa and MasterCard. So here is one that really blew up over on Reddit. It says, "Hello, thank you for reaching out and sharing your perspective. As a global company, we follow the laws and regulations everywhere we do business. While we explicitly prohibit illegal activity on our network, we are equally committed to protecting legal commerce. If a transaction is legal, our policy is to process the transaction. We do not make moral judgments on legal purchases made by consumers." But that is a straight up lie, because now they definitely are. We know that the video games that are being banned, such as sex simulators, are legal content. They are properly rated by certain board.
And that's the thing. These games are properly rated. They're approved by, according to Steam guidelines. If they weren't approved on Steam guidelines, then they wouldn't be on the platform. But yet they still find it problematic. And mind you, majority of this is collective shout, because they are the ones who did this. Because I believe, according to what I heard, I believe they reached out to Steam. Steam wasn't listening to them, so they went after Visa and MasterCard. They screamed at them, and then Visa and MasterCard gave Steam the ultimatum. And like I said, I love Steam. I feel like Steam has been on fire for the past couple of years, but this was just a huge roadblock to me, in my opinion. And there has to be a way to fix this. There has to.
Such as PEGI or the ESRB, and therefore these sales should be able to be processed, but they are not. Visa does not moderate content sold by merchants, nor do we have a visibility into the specific goods or services sold when we process a transaction. When a legally operating merchant faces an elevated risk of illegal activity, we require enhanced safeguards for the banks supporting those merchants. And we know right now that organizations are using the moral argument that, oh, why is it you want to consume sex simulator games when that could hurt women and hurt girls, which is a complete and utter lie. There's no...
It's fucking bullshit because this is fucking fiction. This is fiction. It's the same thing like when you watch like movies or shows and you see like women getting beat up and shit like that. It's just like, bro, this is fiction. Mind you, this group, I think they got GTA banned in Australia, this group.
Consistent scientific correlation between violence in video games and violence in the real world, or harm in video games to harm in the real world. So they are basically just trying to scare normal individuals that are not gamers into believing that this content is perpetuating violence and disgusting situations that real women could find themselves in the middle of because of those darn toxic gamers consuming adult content. They of course want to push the angle that pornography is bad, and while you might not necessarily agree that sex simulator games are fun or high quality content, at the end of the day they are not illegal pieces of content. Therefore, we should not be discussing this topic of censorship. People across the world should not be having their entertainment censored, but unfortunately this is the situation we find ourselves in now. And they can say that, oh, Visa does not moderate content sold by merchants, but several merchants are saying, yeah, we are being forced by...
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, they're blatantly, they're lying, because if you weren't, then you wouldn't have made Steam remove all those games on there. All those adult-rated games on there. Same thing with that site in Japan. And the Japan one makes no fucking sense to me because Japan's not even, like, Japan is their own thing. And I feel like Ashman Gold said this in a video too. He said, what Japan should do, they should go after not both Visa and MasterCard. They should go after one of them and say straight up, hey, we have our own rules and regulations here in Japan. If you don't follow them, then we're not going to do business with you anymore, and you're going to lose all your stock revenue here in Japan. I feel like Japan needs to give them that ultimatum, and then once they do, they will reverse that shit, bro. Do it to one of them. That way, when the other company sees that, they will follow suit because they know that they will be next. It's simple as that. But I wanted to play this video from Chibi Reviews. It has to do with something that's happening. Which one was it? I think let's play this first one. Because that's to do it.
YouTube is rolling out AI in the United States to detect if users are actually under 18. It ignores the stated age and applies restrictions to users it suspects are teens. Your Spotify account is getting deleted unless you do age verification. Then, Wikipedia is currently in a legal battle with the United Kingdom government to try and stop the platform from being censored in the UK or even completely blocked.
So, people like Asmongold, Chibi Reviews, and others have been talking about this censorship issue. Especially with the credit card processors. So in the UK, like I said, they passed this law, this Safety Act law, where you have to like show proof of age in order to like use the internet, and that's an issue because in order to do that, you have to like show your ID. Like they have to like scan your ID, whether it's your driver's license, mass ID, or your passport, and they'll say that, oh, we won't share your information, but we all know that's a load of bullshit. Like, it's on the internet. Once it's on the internet, anyone can see it. So, and it looks like they're trying to push that here because a few laws have been suggested here in the U.S. Let me play this video.
And of course, mouthwashing got yoinked from itch search results. Not surprised, was kind of waiting.
So this was what I was talking about earlier. A game called Mouthwashing. It's a horror game on itch.io. A lot of people love the game. It got removed. Mind you, this is a horror game. And it got removed. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Collective Shout coming on the scene and trying to censor gamers and people who just want to be entertained. Because it's not just going to stop at quote unquote adult rated games. It's gonna reach into horror. It's gonna reach into other games. Like example, look at Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade before it came out was one of the biggest controversies in gaming because it featured a beautiful and attractive woman. Now, mind you, they're working on Stellar Blade 2. They're working on the second game. Obviously, that's gonna be a PlayStation exclusive, and then we'll get the PC port the year after. But the question is, depending on how things are going now, will it make it to PC, especially on Steam? Will it be able to make it? How do we know that they won't censor shit from that game? And I respect the creator of the game. You know, very cool dude. He loves that people are loving the game. He loves how that people find Eve attractive, and so I'm not like too worried about in terms of like them making the game. I'm worried about the people who are going to feature it on their platforms in terms of PlayStation, in terms of Steam. Like, are they gonna censor some stuff for the game? Like, because again, for example, when the Nintendo Switch came out in Asia, they had their own version separate from here, from the US version. So I feel like, what if it's going to be the same thing for Stellar Blade and future games and for other games in the future, when it features quote unquote things that are harmful to certain groups? And like I said, I am not a fan of censorship, especially when it comes to art and creativity. I feel like everyone should have creative freedom. That's literally how it is. Especially when you're trying to tell a story. That's how I feel, me personally, as an artist. That's one of the main reasons why so many people love Japanese entertainment and Korean entertainment, because they have really amazing creative freedom in those countries. Unlike here, like I ever since we entered the 2020s, entertainment here has just become so watered down. Like, they're trying to play everything safe on the nose, in terms of dialogue, in terms of stories. Like, every movie's like the same plot, same type of characters. It's all the same thing. They don't want like masculine men playing lead roles in these movies anymore. That's why I personally love shows like Reacher. But yeah, man, things are not heading in a great things are not heading in a good direction, man. They're really not, because this is just scary, man. Like, mind you, this is a horror game that they removed from the platform, a fucking horror game. And like I said, I'm not upset that these groups exist, because there's always going to be weirdo groups like this that exist in the world. My issue is that these platforms are giving them so much power. Like, I'm upset that Steam actually bend the knee to these people. Like, I understand the payment processes type of thing, but I'm just really upset at this. And this is why there needs to be alternatives to these things. There needs to be alternatives. And that's why I like that post, what Elon said. Elon said that, you know, him thinking about making his own payment processor. Because, let's be real, Elon Musk, I don't care how you feel about him. Like, you're free to have your opinion about him. But he saved freedom of speech when he bought Twitter. Because he proved that people were getting shadow banned for saying certain stuff. And you couldn't talk about certain topics. And that's why I respect him for buying Twitter. Because he saved freedom of speech. And people are going to say all this stuff like, oh, Twitter stocks are going down ever since he bought it. A lot of people left Twitter. Like, Twitter is the best thing there is right now. And I feel like it's because of Twitter we're able, like, if Elon Musk did not buy Twitter, Chibi Reviews would not be able to post all this stuff happening right now with payment processors, him or anyone else. And that's a fact. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with the payment processors. Like I said, it's really good that people are contacting them and fighting back over this bullshit. I 100% support it. But in terms of this being reversed, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. The only way I can see this being reversed if someone big like Elon Musk comes out and says, "Hey, I'm going to create a competitive. I'm going to make my own payment processors to compete with Visa and Mastercard to fight this shit." As soon as he announces that, they will reverse this shit in an instant. They will reverse this shit in an instant because they know people will support it. I don't think he'll be as big as Visa and Mastercard, but it won't be a small thing. Like I feel like it'll be pretty big. He'll get a pretty decent following in terms of people using his payment processor because we need an alternative. And I feel like ever since this is the thing right now, I feel like right now someone is coming up with an alternative right now as we speak. If not, maybe it will be Elon, maybe it won't, but someone is trying to create an alternative to this. And there needs to be. And that's why I like stories like with Eric July. Like when Eric July started, for those of you who don't know, Eric July, he's a YouTuber who started his own comic book company. In 2022, he broke numerous records in the independent space for making over $3 million for his very first comic book. And he had PayPal as one of the payment processors, and PayPal was withholding their funds, and they were trying to ask him to show proof of his business because they were thinking it was a quote-unquote scam. And they weren't holding a little bit of money. They were holding over $1.3 million. $1.3 million. This dude fought tooth and nail to get that money back. Talked to his lawyers. I think they told him originally, "Oh, we're gonna give you back the money in increments." And I think they're gonna take a percentage off of it, and he was like, "Nope." Like he fought tooth and nail to get that money back. He got that money back, and he removed PayPal from a payment processor on his platform. And I 100% agree with that. He was on live today. I asked him a question about if this would affect the reverse. What would he do? I liked his answers. He's saying that he already thought of alternatives. He already thought of solutions. I feel like that's smart as a businessman. And I like what he said too, because he said that imagine if his product was on another person's platform, and Visa and Mastercard hit them with this. What would he do? Like, what if they said, what if Visa and Mastercard were saying, "Hey, you have to remove the Rippaverse off your website, or we won't allow you to make payments for your shit." And it's just like, it makes a lot of sense, and it just had me thinking, like, because I'm thinking about other platforms like Kickstarter, Indiegogo. What if Visa and Mastercard do the same thing on there? Because there's a lot of adult-oriented comics on there for mature audiences. And I'm just thinking, what if Kickstarter and Indiegogo get affected by this too? What will happen then? And that's why that's why you guys have to understand how big of a problem this is. So, like I said, I hope things get turned around, but as of right now, I don't know. Especially with I'm going to play a little bit of this video right here, because
do not mistaken the Screen Act as the same thing as the kids.
Like the Screen Act, like they're trying to like these are bills that are being introduced into the Senate right now. Right now, it hasn't been passed yet, but they're just being introduced. And the idea is basically just to censor the internet. And they use this shit to like Kids Safety Act. I'm going to tell you why this shit is so much bullshit. They do this to they say they do this to quote unquote protect children, but I'm just going to be really honest here. Where the fuck are the parents? Where are the parents? I feel like if you are a good parent or guardian, you should be monitoring what your child is doing on the internet. If they have a cell phone, tablet, computer, or gaming console, you as the parent have to be monitoring what they're doing, especially if they're online. You have to. And this is why I feel like this is bullshit. Because they use this, they lead with this, but in reality, they just want to censor and control the internet. That's literally what it is. And I need you to understand, these are not, this is not the left. Because this is not a left thing. This is a left and right thing. This is both sides when it comes to things like this. Because Collective Shot, I believe they're right leaning. They're a right leaning group. So that's why I said that creative freedom is on the verge of being censored. And if you're a creative, if you're an artist, whatever you are, not just an artist, like someone who has a creative mind, like a creative bone in your body, this is something you need to fight against. Because it's scary that this is going into effect. Because I'm someone who wants to create. I'm currently working on my own comic, graphic novel. I've been working on this for a long time, and I deem my product like something intended for a mature audience. And when shit like this goes into effect, it limits you as a creative, in my opinion. And again, there's really no point for this because they try to use this. They're using this platform, and they're using kids as the leading point to this. But again, I ask, where are the parents? Where are the guardians? Why aren't they monitoring their children when they're on the internet? And I said this before. Me personally, if I would have children, I would not give my children devices that can go on the internet. I'm just being straight up. That's something I respect about my parents. I didn't get my first smartphone until I had to buy it myself. How old was I? I was 17. I bought my own phone, my own smartphone. I remember too. It was one of those. It was one of those Windows phones. That was my first smartphone. My parents didn't buy it for me. I had to buy it myself. And we're living in a society now where parents are giving their kids cell phones access to the internet, not even monitoring what they're doing. Like the most that these parents would do is like, if they have like an iPhone, they'll track them, see like, where's my iPhone? That's the most they'll do. Like, dude, you have to see what they're doing on their phone. That's how you protect your children. Like I feel like every year we go past, parents are just becoming less and less responsible when it comes to their children. And that's a problem. But yeah, these bills being introduced, we have to fight against this because this is objectively wrong in my opinion.
Online Safety Act that a lot of content creators are currently covering, like Moist Critical, Asmongold, and myself included. Their identification to access the internet is not necessarily for protecting children. It's a grab for power and control, and to watch the citizens and make sure and monitor them that they're not doing something that the government doesn't want you to do. But
yeah, that's really what it is.
I'm getting ahead of myself. First off, we need to talk about the Screen Act and how this was even discovered in the first place. So, thanks to the overall awareness and a lot of people now talking about the censorship in just this last week alone, and a lot of big content creators finally diving into the topic.
You guys are reaching, this is you guys conspiracy theorists. We wouldn't act like this if and it just goes to show that it is in jeopardy. Like, I'm not talking about a few games on Steam and itch.io. Like, on Steam, they removed hundreds of games.
It gave rise to people finding out about the Screen Act, which, as you can see by the date when this was introduced, it was introduced back in February of 2025, so much, much earlier than the Kids Online Safety Act, which was introduced only a few months ago. However, this line here, and it really just goes to show that the government's not even trying to hide the fact of what it's doing, because obviously bills like this go under the radar. Not a lot of people really go out of their way to find and look up bills and what the government's going to be voting on, or what's potentially going to get passed, what the Senate Senate or the House is going to be voting on, not a lot of people really look up this type of stuff. They don't try to figure out what is going on. But here's what the first line says. To require certain interactive computer services to adopt and operate technology verification measures to ensure that users of the platform are not minors, and for other purposes.
Other purposes is so vague, man. That could mean anything. And that's the problem right there. That's why they want you to use your ID to go online for age verification things. Other purposes is the biggest thing right there. And that's why this is bullshit. This is going into people's freedoms right here.
That line of dialogue alone is just ominous. You're not going to tell me you're going to read that, and you're not telling me that the vagueness of that is not ominous. Like, that's just not even getting into reading the bill. And I want to point this out. I really dislike the optics that these activist groups, these payment processors, and our governments are now doing to be able to introduce this level of censorship. They're using the term protect the kids, think of the children, to be able to pass things that are just stripping freedoms and rights away from people, to be able to monitor you and know what you're doing at any given time, to be able to censor you for, they can just, push a certain narrative the way they want. It's legitimately horrifying. It's actually crazy. And so many people are legitimately, because of the optics of these type of bills or these activist groups or what payment processors are saying, they're going to straight up side with this bill and say, like, why wouldn't you want to protect kids? Why wouldn't you want to...
And I want you guys to keep this in mind. This is not only going to affect gaming or things like anime. This is going to affect everything. Like, imagine you can't log on to Twitter until you show your ID verification, things like that. Same thing with like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. This is what it's basically going to introduce, because they already pushed this in the UK. Like right now in the UK, on Google, everything is on safe mode because you have to verify your age. And they're literally doing this just to monitor what adults are doing, even though they say it's to protect children. Now again, we cannot let this pass, because this is going to destroy creative freedom. It is.
Keep them from seeing bad things. And here's the thing, okay? It's up to the parents to do this. It should not be the government, like the big government.
Exactly. The parents need to be monitoring what the children are doing. And that's why I keep saying, like, bro, we are literally heading into the era of Shimonetta. Like, the anime Shimonetta, this is literally what we're heading into. Like, it's insane to me. I actually want to play this scene from Shimonetta. This shit's actually pretty funny. So, in Shimonetta, obviously, it's a world where they outlawed anything that is quote-unquote inappropriate. They even put collars and monitor people's movements to make sure they're not doing anything inappropriate. And so apparently one of the characters in Shimonetta, she experienced something inappropriate, like the first time in her life, and now she just can't stop. It's pretty funny. But let me show you. This shit's funny.
The ingredient is love. Anna, what are you? You see, I discovered something last night. When my feelings of love for Mr. Okuma reached their peak, the emotions deep down within my body turned to liquid and explode out of me like a gushing volcano. I named this miraculous discharge my love nectar. And I'm so honored, Mr. Okuma, that you would devour it. Your cookies have my love nectar mixed in the dough.
Cowabunga! But yeah, basically, this show is fucking hilarious, man. This shit is fucking hilarious. But basically, for the first time in her life, I can't say it on YouTube, but she got moist in her woman region, and she put the liquid into her in cookies that she baked for the dude, because apparently she's attracted. This is her first time being attracted to a boy. But the liquid's not urine, by the way. Just to let you guys know, it's in the cookie, and you saw it like like when she's like doing this.
Your cookies have my love nectar mixed in the dough.
But yeah, we're literally heading into that society. It's just insane to me that we're living in a world where they're really trying so hard to censor the internet. But before I end the stream, I saw this from Marvel Rivals. I saw Blade got released from Marvel Rivals. I do want to play that before I end the stream. Let's play that really quick. I think he's going to be a duelist. Yeah, I said this before that he was going to be a duelist when they released him. Let's look at this.
I'll fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
I'm sorry, but I still don't understand why the fuck they gave him cornrows, man. I don't understand why they did that.
I'll fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
So he comes out August. Oh, so he comes out. What is that? Next week? Next Friday? He comes out. Oh, wow! It's #1 in trending game right now. I'm happy they played the music, the Blade music for it too. But yeah, I need to get back on Marvel Rivals, man. It's been so long. I still haven't played as Jean Grey. The last time I played was when they did the. I think the last time I played Marvel Rivals when they did the Emma Frost update. I haven't played in a minute. But yeah, I do want to play this game again. It's been a long time. But I think I'll leave it at that. I think I'll end the stream there. Thanks for joining the stream. Before I end it, I don't give a shit. I am playing the Sydney Sweeney shit again, bro. Because there's nothing wrong with this ad. I fucking love this ad, man.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
She is so fine, man. Like, I don't care, man. You can scream all you want at this feminist, like, these weirdos online. She is attractive. Deal with it. But I will end the stream there. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys joining me on this stream today. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I think I'll be streaming on Friday. We're doing a stream on Friday. But yeah, thanks for joining. Like I said, I am working on making videos for this and the other drawings I did. This one's basically done. I'm just gonna like go put some texture on the stone under your shoe right here. But I do plan on making a video about this and the other drawings I redrew. I'm still redrawing a bunch of stuff that I drew a while back. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is the Wave Blur, and I'm signing out.